Welcome back, everyone, to a game I have not played in quite some time, Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. This is one I played extensively when it first came out, but it has undergone a lot of transformation since then. And it's got a campaign we haven't done yet on the channel, and that's the Barbary War Campaign. So I thought it'd be fun to dive into that.
Barbary states of North Africa, typically Ottoman regions. Actually,
here we go.
Kingdoms of dreadful pirates and corsairs. They bring terror on the southern European coastal towns and villages, and attack the ships in the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. They capture Europeans and Americans for the Arab slave market in North Africa, or to hold them captives for ransom. I was called to put an end to this scourge of the seas.
All right, so the Barbary Pirate War happens during the presidency of Thomas Jefferson. And it's really the first foreign war that the United States gets involved in as an independent nation after the end of the American Revolution. It's not something we learn a whole lot about in American schools, just a little bit here and there. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that history a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is choose our difficulty. Now, I haven't played this game for a long time, but I'm still going to go ahead with land difficulty hard.
Army to protect their lands.
Just because I know that I had a pretty good handle on the land war part of things. Naval war, not so much. I've just never been all that comfortable
easily turn into a ferocious crew
with Age of Sail naval combat for some reason. I just can't seem to get the hang of it, despite all the tips that you guys give me. So, John Paul Jones, Essex Hopkins, Nicholas Biddle, John Barry. These are really just cosmetic things. They don't really change things a lot. I think John Paul Jones was dead by this point. I kind of like the idea of Dudley Saltonstall. He just looks kind of cool, but we're going to stick with John Paul Jones. And I think what I'm going to start with is going to be luck, I don't know, tech. Maybe tech's the way to go. Cheaper technology research is probably going to be what we start with. But adaptation, I guess I could have actually changed who it was and put my own name in there. I don't know. Well, indeed we can do that. So that's kind of cool. So I went back to this part. And we're just going to rename me History Guy. In which case, I'm going to go for the look that I like the most. I kind of like how this guy looks, so that's who we're going to go with. I profess myself a citizen of the world, John Paul Jones. All right, so here's a little bit of the history. It's August of 1800, which means technically we are still in the final days of the presidency of John Adams. Thomas Jefferson took over in 1801. So we're going to start out, we've got 1,000 gold and 15 in reputation points. Boy, it's been so long since I played this. It's going to take me a little bit of time to kind of get my feet wet again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map and see what we're dealing with to start. We've got a major campaign mission there, and then we've got a few notifications. The United States of America put so much work into founding a nation, but was it all for nothing? Our economy exists only to fund pirates. Our military is a shadow of its former glory. Our pride is in tatters. Diplomatic standing non-existent. Is history God the Messiah that can change this nation's course and restore our pride? All right, so he's telling us the ships that we get to start, and then we've just got the one mission that we're going to do. Follow the orders, and that's going to give us 8,800 money and 3 reputation. Actually, if we do sudden strike, it'll do that. Follow the orders. So that gives us more money and reputation, or I'm a legend. I'm just going to go with follow the orders on this one, because we get 43,800, 15 reputation, and then 3 points. So let's go ahead. All right, so we get to dive into a naval mission first, which is going to be ugly, I'm sure, especially since I haven't played this for a while. So we're going to take our 3 ships that we've been given, and we'll see what happens. My first task is to deliver the usual tribute payment to Tripoli loaded on the USS Siren. I am ordered to remain in North Africa and try to improve our relations with the Barbary states. The bad thing with paying a tribute to a pirate is the more of them will be also attracted to attack you for achieving such an agreement. We were a few miles west of the Gibraltar Strait when pirate ships sighted sailing on us. We've soon realized that it was not some kind of welcome committee or an escort force. More likely they were Moroccan or Algerian corsairs that smelled the gold and were coming after it. So we're coming to pay tribute to pirates, and we're getting attacked by other pirates, is basically what's happening here. Protect the Siren until reaching the safe zone. Here come the ships. There are only 2 pirate ships sailing on us. They're not a real threat for our fleet, but it is more than certain that more of them will be coming for the gold. We can either keep our course to the safe zone or deal with them now. What are your orders? I think I'll try to deal with them now. We'll take the Siren toward the safe zone. Okay, so I'm going to get my ships following in line here. Looks like the Essex is actually going to be able to start opening fire here in just a minute. Siren we're going to send. I think that's the direction of the safe zone. Yeah, it's kind of that direction. We're going to go with the wind the best we can. Alright, open up on them, boys. Let me turn this way a little bit. So we're not flying... Well, we are flying an American flag. I don't know what these other flags are. I'm sure there's some significance to those. Alright, let's slow down to battle sails here. Not entirely sure why we haven't opened up yet. Oh, our guns are... No, they're not turned off. We're just not firing. Another pirate is here. No big surprise there. I think we kind of expected that. There we go. So a little bit of penetration. I think we're off to a good start. I want to see this other ship. Okay, it's not a real big one, so I'm not too worried. I think these 2 ships can probably handle this, so I'm going to send Nautilus off to help escort the Siren. Speed things up a little bit here. I'm going to check on my... Yeah, I've got the music down a little bit, so that's good. I think we're on... No, we're not on the highest graphics possible. So we can turn that up a little bit. We do have the option to save in the middle of a battle now, which is nice. I don't think that was available last time I played this. So we've got 40 guns on the Essex. And 28 on the Enterprise. In either case, they ought to be able to handle these guys pretty easily. I'm just going to stick with solid shot for now. Because it seems to be doing the trick. I'm actually going to slow down a little more, though, because we've got a pretty good spot on them right now. We're taking some damage. Nothing real severe, though. Not compared to what we're dealing. And he's actually coming this way, so I think we'll be okay. They always give you a pretty easy mission to start. Oh, he's going to try to zip around me now, huh? I know there's a way to match the speed of the target. Is this it? No, it's manual aim. Is this it right here? Yeah. So we're going to try to match the speed of the target, but of course the targets are pretty well stopped now. So we're just going to light them up. I could try to board them, but honestly, I'm not too worried about trying to capture these particular ships, but maybe we should. I definitely can't try to board with the Enterprise. I just don't have the manpower there. Let's switch over to canister fire. grape shot. That'll eliminate some of the personnel on board before we try to board them. Alright, he's going to come in toward me now. If he's going to turn the other way, we might be better off just to kind of come alongside of him on that side. I'm a little worried about the Enterprise right now. Here we go. Here's our chance to board. Pull him in. We gotta try and get going at the same angle that he is. And the same speed. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Yeah, he's pulling away. Alright, that's fine. Forget him. Let's go after the next guy. I'll let Nautilus finish these guys off. Enemy sails spotted again? Oh, there's one coming out of the... Oh, darn you. Okay. He's right in this direction, too. Well, we still have a long way to go to get over to the safe zone. So we definitely have to deal with these guys. I might just have to sink this one. Does Siren even have guns? It does. It has 28 guns, so it can pretty well protect itself. Alright, I'm going to start following Siren. Oh, that hurt. I allowed myself to get my T crossed there a little bit. Alright, we're dealing with the Burke. This one's in pretty bad shape, so that's good. As long as we can take out these other three, then we'll have no trouble with the fourth one when we get there. In fact, I'm going to pretty much just leave this guy be, because I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with us. Oh, there's another one coming down here. As long as none of them are big, they're all going to be these smaller ships. I'm not too worried about them. It's just that there's going to be more and more of them as we go along. And the wind has changed, which is slowing me down quite a bit. I definitely can't capture all these things. I just don't have the manpower to be able to do that. So I think for now, we'll just ignore these guys that are way off and not able to keep up with us. We'll worry about the ones that are between us and the safe zone at this point. Because completing the mission doesn't depend on sinking any of these ships. Wind changed to the northwest. Of course it did. The crazy winds of the Mediterranean. Another pirate is here. My goodness. They're just swarming in this direction. That's alright. I'm going to start turning this way to get closer to the siren to protect them a little bit, because we're almost going directly into the wind now, which really sucks. Hopefully it'll change again at some point. Nautilus is starting to get lit up a little bit. I'm going to turn in behind. While I bring Essex and Enterprise in. This one's in bad shape. We're going to sink them pretty soon. They're taking on water. Another enemy sail spotted, of course. Woo! Put them on AI control for a little bit while we try to deal with these guys. We drop our sails, we ought to be able to extend our range to be able to hit this one. Here we go. Nice. Wind change to the north. Thank you. That's a little better. Alright, they're toast. They're about to be. Come on, Siren, let's get going. Where are these other ships? Alright, we sank one. About to sink another. Alright, let's take them off of AI and get them in behind these guys. Here come the other ships. Waiting for the group. Yeah, I know. These guys are going that way, which means they're going to be downwind from us, so that's helpful. I'm going to try to bring Enterprise back around this way. Like I said, I'm a land lover. I am not an Age of Sail guy by any means. I understand basic concepts, but I'm very poor at executing them, no matter how many tips I get. For some reason, it's just not something I get the hang of very well. Alright, we sank that one. We just got to plow our way through the gauntlet. That's basically what this comes down to. And we got to wait for favorable winds to help us out. And we got to be careful here because we're about to be firing at the siren. So I'm going to turn off my guns on my right side for the time being. At least till I can go after these guys. Let them go downwind. Then they can't get at the siren. Oh, we lost a sail on the Essex. That's bad. What did we lose? One of our masts. The main mast. That really sucks. Now we're going to have a hard time keeping up. That was a critical hit to the hull, too, that we just got on one of them. Just keep going. How far are we from the safe zone? Right here. We'll go right for the corner of it, because that'll be the most favorable with the wind. Now we have to drop our sails just so we can get range on these guys. He's turning into the wind, so it's kind of hard for him. Hit him. Just keep going. Alright, forget trying to hit him. Let's just try to keep up with Siren. Alright, how far are we? We're getting there. Come on, Siren, just keep going forward. Forget these guys. I definitely don't want to lose any of my ships, though. And Essex is already going to cost a lot to fix. Oh, rigging shock on the Enterprise now, too. Jeez. See, all of these ships are just so much faster than mine at this point. Light them up, Siren. Oh, and there's rigging shock on the Siren. That is not what we needed. That's going to slow them down. Right when they're in sight of safety. Alright, he did enough damage to this guy to slow them down, and that's going to block the others. So we might be okay now. Come on, baby, run. There, we sank another ship. Siren's like, I'm just going to do this myself. We're going to have a lot of repairs to do after all of this. Oh, ouch. So at least turn this way so we get a little better chance of his shots bouncing off of mine, even if it does mean a more difficult wind. Light him up, Essex. Alright, I'm going to try to go in between them now. Alright, we got one on fire now. Come on, Siren, squeeze in there. Just get over into that corner. Oh, I don't like exposing my stern, though. Let's turn away from that before we make it any worse. We just got a rudder damage issue now. Go, Siren. You can do it. Gonna limp into the safe zone. Maybe after not playing an Age of Sail game for the better part of a year, putting it on medium for sea battles wasn't the way to go. But basically I'm gonna survive the sea battles so that I can thrive on land. Alright, Siren has retreated. Now we're going to limp the rest of them out of here. Honestly, let's forget staying in line, because these other guys are faster. I can zip them out of here much quicker than the Essex. Alright, that should pretty well do it for this one. Okay, so we sank 3 of his ships. 3 30-gun ships. Actually, 4. We did light damage to 3 more. Took light damage to 3 of ours and medium damage to another. And that's obviously going to cost in the long run, but you can see we did alright, all things told. We rescued some muskets. We have some promotions. A bunch of promotions, actually, among our crew, so that's actually very helpful moving forward. Okay, we gained almost 44,000 in money, 15 reputation, 3 career points. Those career points are basically the leveling up that you can do. I've got a total of 13 career points that I can spend to start here, so definitely gonna invest some of that in tech to make the tech cheaper. I like the idea of replenishing casualties, so we're definitely going to do some of that. Damage control, let's see, what's that do exactly? That's ship repair after the battles. Repair cost. Luck I actually like. That's on the battles that you're sending ships that you don't actually fight. Officer training speed, hiring officers, increased availability of officers, better sale and purchase prices, the mission payment increased. I like the idea of having more money. Additional reputation gained after battles. That's actually very helpful moving forward, I think. I think I will invest a little bit in the money that we gain from missions. So let's max that out. Okay, so that's where we're at. We definitely need to repair. So that reduces about a quarter of the money that we earned. That's not too bad, though. I do need to advance us to the next stage so I can see what we're dealing with before we decide what we're going to invest in. So we've got these question mark missions. If you're not familiar with how the campaign works, these are ones that you do before you get to the main missions, which you play then. So these are just informational things here. And then these are side missions we do before the main mission for each chapter. And these are all, they appear to be naval missions. So we're going to wrap it up right there. So let me know your thoughts about how you would invest. We've got the option to add upgrades to our ships. So things like max speed, acceleration, armor hit points, capacity, the ability to withstand damage, the turning speed, ship speed, hit points to mast and sails, the weight of cannons, which allows you to put bigger cannons on board. We can also get bigger cannons for the different ships, and each ship has a max as far as what kind of cannon they can get, and they have range, reloading, and damage stats on each of these. Some of these ships, like these Corvette here, has 2 upgrades that are available. You can also upgrade the crew with perks at each level. So that's all stuff we will do at the beginning of the next episode. You can upgrade the weapons that they have, and weapons that have bayonets on them allow for better melee combat when you get into a boarding situation. So those are all things to think about moving forward. We'll try to make this a regular series in addition to our Grand Tactician series, as long as that continues to last. And we'll be back soon with another episode. Thanks for watching.